Hello, this is John Griffiths doing his second video blog report on the store wars, which kicked off in Hoddesdon on December the 2nd of last week. As I said, it's now Sunday, it's day 6. I took a walk around Hoddesdon at the main supermarkets on Friday to see how things were shaping up going into the weekend. But what I really wanted to focus on in this blog is what I would describe as the media war, which has hotted up, and for which I have some evidence. The Mercury, our local paper, which is, as you can see there, has got its lead story being open for business, the story about Morrisons' £20 million investment in their new store. You can see the mayor and various councillors are there to open and to say how important this is. There's a further article inside all about the opening. And what they're talking about here, the story for the launch is the way in which the Morrisons store is going to bring new customers into the area. They've got a testimony from someone in Wormley who's about 4 miles down the way, and the implication is that the new store is going to bring new customers into the area who are also going to shop around Hoddesdon, so that's going to be good for the town, and also that this is going to attract more retailers into the area, so it's very much a kind of town story, good for business. The manager's own quotation is all about the variety of what's on offer. So he mentions 140 cuts of meat, he mentions 80 different kinds of cheese, he mentions 48 varieties of bread baked fresh in the store every single day, and the store is described as a craft skills academy, which is offering to train in the traditional skills of being a butcher, a fishmonger, or a greengrocer, and baker. I should mention that as well. And the idea is that the staff have all been trained for weeks, and so they have the product knowledge to tell you what goes with what, so by all means ask them. And therefore this is very much a community story. And when I look at the paper, I can see that there's lots of community messages which are coming out of the absolute raft of advertising which is coming from most of the retailers we've already looked at. But I want to talk about Sainsbury's first, because Sainsbury's has an offer here. You're invited to present wrapping. I'm missing it right now, gosh. 2 weeks ago they were encouraging people to come to the store to stir their Christmas puddings. Now you're invited at Sainsbury's to learn all about wrapping presents, and they'll show you how easy it is to do, and that's going on throughout today. But if I was to then turn to the paper itself and to look at the kinds of advertising which are happening, Sainsbury's has taken out ads to promote its mince pies, its cream, its salmon, which is featuring both its basic range, the standard, and the Taste Something New today. So at every price point, and by the way, the Taste Something New is also very aggressively priced, as you would expect. So they're covering the whole waterfront in terms of what's on offer. Tesco has got a price promise which claims that if you find at the Tesco checkout that Asda, Sainsbury's or Morrisons, they're all named, is cheaper, they'll give you a voucher to refund the difference. And they've also got an ad in to encourage you to go to the Tesco Extra flagship, which is down in Cheshunt, very close to Tesco's head offices, where they're encouraging you to go and visit a coffee shop, H&H. And so therefore there's an experience for you to go there. It's not about the shopping so much as the experience of having a really nice cup of coffee when you go shopping. I notice also that Aldi, who I said were being a bit sleepy before, they really weren't reacting, they've got an ad in this week. And their ad is very much looking at signature seasonal products, the Stollen, the champagne, Belgian biscuits, and I can't read my own writing there. Oh, and mince pies. How could I miss the mince pies? And Morrisons themselves are doing a £10 offer that if you shop there and spend more than £40 for 2 weeks on the go, when you do your big Christmas shop, they will give you a full £10 off. Out of all this group of stores, the only one not advertising is Asda, which does surprise me a little. Maybe Asda is simply leaning on the offers and relying on the severity of the price cuts that it's doing. Now, I should say that all of them are doing price cuts. You're going to get good value around Hoddesdon wherever you go at the moment. It's like walking into the side of a battleship. Sort of the gun ports open when you walk into Sainsbury's. £1, £1, £1, all the way across. But the offers aren't enough, because the offers are going to hurt the stores eventually. That's not a way to win customers for the long term. It's fine for this season, but ultimately they have to find ways of making money. In the papers, of course, there's a lot of other retail offers as well. There's a lot of distraction at the moment. I should mention there's a farm shop advertising. There's also Christmas markets which are being promoted. There's so many different places to go. The thing that every store has to do is to get traffic. That's much more important than whether you're making money at this point. The traffic is what counts, and that's why each store is trying to set out its stall to make a case for being the hub of the local community. And because Morrisons is exerting so much pressure here, the other stores have to exert equal pressure in their turn. And so therefore I've been looking at the car parks in particular, because if people are going to shop in the supermarket and visit the rest of the town, where they park is going to be significant. I was a bit worried in Asda on Friday that the stores seemed to be half empty, but the car park was full. So I suspected that people were just nipping in there, but were still going around other parts of the town. But I wasn't sure how much they were using that as a basis, how much of their shopping they were doing in store at the time. So just to summarise, everyone has to win more customers. Not just Morrisons, of course, which has got to get a new customer base. Everyone's got to win more customers. Aldi has got to win customers because it's going to lose some of them to Morrisons. Therefore, it has to go out and win more customers. And at the moment, if you simply rely on the store offering, it's not enough. So expect to see more advertising, expect to see more events, expect more of that as people equal the pressure and make sure that they're winning even more customers than they're losing because of the new store. Hopefully that summarises where we're at. And in the next few days, I shall be coming back with a new report as to what else is happening in this store war in Hoddesdon. I'm John Griffiths. Thanks very much for listening.